we were about to talk about this story when this kind of impromptu conversation about personal information came up because John was talking about shipping me something. He tried to dox me in real time. It didn't work, but it did lead to this interesting conversation that you're about to hear right now.
Okay,
it did work,
I wasn't,
though, didn't it? Wait, hang on.
I
did you get the address or not?
did not try to dox you in real time because we're not live.
I know, you just,
but
that was just the introduction.
But I did dox
it was clickbait, John.
To you, right?
Were we recording when you just read out John's Mike's actual address?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, we're not like
deleting
shit.
Yeah. We'll go through it. Yeah.
That's like the Wi-Fi password in the background of the FBI briefing, isn't it? That's kind of like.
So
that show's so funny.
Should I be bothered by that, Peter?
No. You shouldn't be bothered by that. Everybody else should be bothered that that's possible, but you in particular shouldn't give a shit.
Which part?
Hey, Mike here from the future. I guess the future for when the video is recorded, not to when you're watching this, but whatever, you know how video works. I'm doing the editing. Just want to make a quick comment. I don't want to be doxxed. I get that. Don't be an asshole. But I thought it was an interesting conversation. So I'm really curious to know what you think. Am I totally off base, completely unreasonable, underreacting? Are they totally overreacting? Or is it somewhere in the middle? Super curious to hear what you think. Unbiased. I've talked a couple times before about conversations that I've had with people on the topic and get good mixed feedback. So let us know what you think. Enjoy the video. It was a fun conversation. Hope you enjoy it. Should I be bothered by that, Peter?
No. You shouldn't be bothered by that. Everybody else should be bothered that that's possible, but you in particular shouldn't give a shit.
Which part? Which part? Me finding your address?
Yeah.
Your address that fast, and all the people that you're related to, and all the addresses you used to live at. Sorry.
Why be bothered?
Just saying.
Because
no, he said no, but he said no. He said you shouldn't be.
No, but why should other people be bothered by that?
Because that's like really, really sensitive information.
Creepy. And
we used to have white pages, phone books that had everybody's address and phone number in them.
Right, but they weren't digitally. But they weren't living digital lives.
Yeah, you couldn't just
order. What's the difference? You just go
swap someone.
Look somebody up.
You couldn't fucking swap someone. Exactly. I could now call and say, "Hey."
So it's just a matter of scale.
His name is Mike Sutton. He has a family. Get ready. And he's threatened to shoot himself.
So why
and
is it worse?
Like, that's
why
terrible.
is it worse if I could do it in a city versus around the entire country? Yeah, I'm recording it.
Wait, what? Wait, say that again.
It's Hacker 101.
So I used to have the white pages. I could look up anybody in my city.
Sure.
We can do the same thing, but now that we can do it at a country scale, like that's the problem. It's not a problem that you can get this information. It's a problem the scale at which you can get it.
I don't think that it's the scale at all. I think it's what you can do with the information. Now, I trust that your password and online hygiene is better than most. So I'm not going to take a bunch of keywords and throw it into an automated program that'll output about 2,000 potential passwords for you. Things like
I'm not going to do that
addresses, pet names, wife names, okay, your birth date, and birthday, like just the spelled out instead of the dates, numbers. You take all of this information, you throw it into a generator. It's going to output all the potential passwords for you. It takes like 2 minutes. Okay.
But what you're saying is that it's not a privacy issue. It's a technology issue.
I think it's both a privacy issue and a technology issue. I cannot find Peter's address in the UK because he's protected by better privacy laws.
Probably wouldn't be that hard.
Unless they had a phone book, and then you just go look in the phone book.
No, not even actually. The closest I can get to finding Peter's address is if he owned property or a business that was registered under his name. But I cannot go and look up Peter Lowe and what is it called? 012? I forget what you guys have. There's a service online.
188. But there's other ways to do it. That you can gather information like that through lots of different sources and things like companies like Zoom Info, which try and suck all this information from different places.
I had Zoom Info remove my information.
But we published it in white pages. Every city had one. You could just look up anybody's address if you knew their name.
Yeah.
But you can also
You're right.
send. You could also send a request for removal, I believe.
So,
Yeah, you do. You can be unlisted. That was a thing
Yeah.
to be unlisted in the phone book.
so was
And quite a
that a
few people
privacy
were.
violation?
I guess it kind of was. I
I
think
don't
that,
think privacy was a thought back then.
yeah, it wasn't such a
People left their doors
yeah.
unlocked in the
And maybe
60s and
maybe
70s,
it,
you know, and 80s.
maybe it
Like
was
this wasn't.
maybe it's exactly what I'm trying to say is that it didn't seem like it was a problem back then because people didn't
Right.
know what was going on, but actually it was.
Right.
That it maybe it was just even less visible back then. The
Yeah.
government was the people compiling massive and pulling all the data together
Yeah.
and making databases where you could look up a single person and get all their information, all their registered history, their previous phone numbers, their previous, their relationship status, their sexual preferences, and all that kind of stuff. It was harder to do it, but it still happened. But it was less likely.
Yeah.
And now it's very much more easy. And but I still think that happening itself is a problem. I don't like it. And it was probably a problem back then, but even less visible.
Interesting.
For sure.
Okay.
Like, don't forget what Edward Snowden showed us was that AT&T had provided the government, the NSA, they provided them a hard fucking line straight into their mainframe, so to speak. They could see every text and every call, and they could listen in on every call. They could see locations, everything. So it's I don't know. I think, and we didn't know better. We were protected. America, freedom, military. Everyone's protected. Everyone's safe here. No war. All is good.
So here's what I'm
But
going to
really,
do.
it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna record the intro now, and this will be the end of kind of a bonus segment about privacy. And now I'm going to record the part that you already saw where I'm setting this up, which is to say that we were about to talk about this story when this kind of impromptu conversation about personal information came up because John was talking about shipping me something. He tried to dox me in real time. It didn't work, but it did lead to this interesting conversation that you're about to hear right now.
It
Okay,
did work,
I wasn't.
Though, didn't it?
Did
Wait,
not,
hang on.
I
Did
did
you get your dress or not?
did not try to dox
now
you
we're-
in real
now
time
it's-
because we're not live.
I know you just,
But
that
I
was
did
just the
dox you, but I
introduction.
did dox
It was
you
clickbait,
to
John.
you, right?
Oh, mate, that
And
would have
it
been
took
so.
me- And it took me how
What?
long? A minute? How long did it take me to find your address?
No, yeah, you
Before
got
I
it.
named off a couple, and of course, I
Sure,
wasn't
sure.
positive that it was you.
I know,
because there's
I
many
know.
mics. but
I
it's
kind of
still
hope that
point stands.
I kind of hope that Mike fucks up this editing, right,
And
and
just slips
accidentally
his address
publishes his
in.
own address in, and then we could just say, "Well, hey,
I know. I'm gonna
Anybody can
I'm
get
gonna
it.
censor everything except my address, so it'll just be. Like, damn it! Did I do it wrong? Am I doing this right?
That's funny.